What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and I'm about to do a little shoot real quick. It's probably not going to be real quick. I'm going to try to keep it under, 10-15 minutes like I always do. I just got done watching the Untold Story of ECW live on the WWE Network now. Go watch it. It's like 45 minutes long, and it's a great 45 minutes. Especially like that last 10 minutes, once they start getting like real personal and things like that. You hear Tommy Dreamer talk about Paul Heyman talking about Tommy Dreamer and the rest of the boys on the panel and everybody else that worked in ECW, and it really made me think about what's wrong with wrestling, period. If there's one thing wrong with at least the WWE, TNA, and all the mainstream things, and I want to just, what's wrong with Raw is there's no passion. There's no passion behind anything that they're doing. What I mean by that is, when you hear older guys or guys who came up through the indies nowadays tell their stories about what they had to do to even just get a shot, to get in the ring, from having to clean the floors, cleaning mats, putting a ring together, learning how to do the basics before you can even get in the ring. Things like that. People take for granted what sports entertainment really is. Underneath it all, it is, fun, choreographed, physical men's ballet. But these people put their bodies on the line. It's an art form. Like, when I say ballet, I'm not like being funny or anything. Like, ballet is beautiful and it's an art form. And that's all wrestling is, men's ballet. And we want to see emotion told through the action. You might hear a lot of older wrestling fans or people who do like the more popular wrestling podcasts say things like telling a story in the ring. And I think that's lost on a lot of the newer audience nowadays, because they're used to being told story through promo. The most recent example I can really say told the story is DIY versus the Revival. Even if you just go back to their last match they had at TakeOver Toronto a couple days ago. From the beginning to the end, and through the commentators, they told the story from beginning, middle, end. From the Revival getting the first pinfall. And that was just a reminder of, no matter how up you think DIY is on the Revival is just that much better. That first pinfall. And then when they got the second pinfall, it was the climb, the rise back, trying to fight back up, the countering, the trying to get the hot tag to Tommaso Ciampa, all that stuff. And then when they finally got that second pinfall, it was like, okay, we're here now. We're on equal playing field as these guys who kept trying to put us down, and they've been on top of this division, but now it's tied 1-1. And then you get to that third fall, close call after close call, near fall after near fall, almost taps, from DIY, from the Revival trying to use DIY finisher to DIY actually hitting the Revival's finisher and getting that near fall. Stories are being told that they know each other so well at this point, whether it's just this one match or the whole rivalry, that they can counter anything that the other throws. So they have to start digging deeper and deeper. And then they start going after Gargano's legs again, which is another storytelling element that they brought back from him getting hurt in the Cruiserweight Classic. And then them taking out the knee bar to make it, or put him in a knee bar to make him tap the first time to keep the titles. at, what was that, Brooklyn 2, to this moment where they're going back to his legs, not only one but both of them, trying to really incapacitate him and then put him in the submission hole, almost get into the ropes. And then when they finally got the opportunity to put them both dual submissions, making the Revival hold on just that last second, hopefully something can pull out, until they both tap at the same time. That's storytelling in the ring. And then you look at what they're trying to do with the women on Raw. You have Mick Foley trying to shout at us of how important this match is, of the significance of this match. And then you got Sasha and Charlotte, who I love. I love me some Charlotte. I was going to wear her shirt for this video, but I thought this shirt was a little bit more appropriate for this topic. It's like, instead of letting the rivalry speak for itself, they're trying to speak for the rivalry. They're trying to build something up that's not there. Like I said, the matches are good that they had, Sasha and Charlotte. But when you're trying to use the promos on people who we're not really invested in right now because of the lack of passion that you're putting in, and is being rushed. This thing is being rushed. Why is Charlotte a 3-time champion and why is Sasha a 2-time champion? It doesn't make sense. But then when you look back at my other match, Revival versus DIY, everything makes sense. Nothing in that Sasha Charlotte storyline, for them to be in Hell in a Cell, didn't make sense. And then when you get to the writing, which is another bad element, it's like, what are you doing? It doesn't make any sense. If Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon and all of them had to take the time to, because you know Kevin Dunn doesn't have to put a ring together. He doesn't have to be actually invested in anything. All he wants to do is say, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like making Lynch's accent. I don't think Sami Zayn deserves to do this. What are the cruiserweights? Shout out to JD from New York. But there's no passion involved because the people who are in charge don't care. And until we get a Triple H or some of the writers down in NXT coming up, I left Raw once I saw Sami Zayn get squashed by Braun Strowman. Nothing wrong with Braun Strowman. I love Sami Zayn. So you would think I would stay, but why is Sami Zayn getting squashed? Sami Zayn, the heart of NXT, who has done so much for that brand, and then you bring him up and then you kill him. I mean, he had great moments with Kevin Owens, but that's about it. I wanted to see Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler. And I'm the biggest Miz fan. I really wanted to see Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler because I knew that match could deliver in the ring. Nothing against the Miz. He's great. But there's something about the way both of those two men sell and tell their stories in the ring that would have got us so invested in that IC title match that could have stole the show. When the best thing about Survivor Series was the end of the tag team traditional match with Cesaro and Sheamus, who should not even be a tag team, and the Usos, who have been heel face trying to get their groove back, but they're still one of the best tag teams in the WWE. When that's technically the match of the night, that last 10 minutes that they were alone together, something is wrong. And there's no passion anymore in the creative locker room when it comes to Kevin Dunn and his team. And that's the problem. There's no passion. And that goes to say about a lot of things in life nowadays. There's no people are just doing it for the money. What was the point of Goldberg winning? I don't kid when I say ain't nobody give a fuck about Goldberg, because I don't. And it's about to start getting to the point where a lot of people don't care. We heard the "You Screw Brett" chants on Raw. The turn is coming. The turn is coming. I just feel bad for people like Batista and Roman Reigns, who got Batista. What I mean by that is that Royal Rumble Batista won and everybody wanted Daniel Bryan to win. That like ruined the rest of Batista's run. And the same thing happened with Roman Reigns. I said, do not put that boy in this Rumble match and make him win, because y'all are going to Batista him. And look what happened. Nobody likes Roman Reigns now. There is nothing wrong with Roman Reigns. There is absolutely nothing wrong with Roman Reigns. It's just the way that he's been delivered, because they wanted to shove it down our throats, because they wanted us to force us to care. You can't force anybody to care. Vince, Dunn, give us what we want. And I know that sounds very selfish, but listen to your audience. There's ways to listen to your audience and still do what you need to do. If you want Roman Reigns, there's ways to give us Roman Reigns. If you want people to care about Braun Strowman, there are ways to make people care about Braun Strowman. You don't have to feed him Sami Zayn. There are way more people that we don't want that you haven't given Braun Strowman yet. Give Braun Strowman a Mark Henry. Give Braun Strowman a Big Show. Give Braun Strowman R-Truth, goddamn Goldust, the Shining Stars. You don't give Braun Strowman. I told y'all motherfuckers that they were gonna give Braun Strowman Sami Zayn like 3 months ago. But they don't care. It doesn't matter. There's no passion in the creative team in WWE, at least on Raw. We see it down in NXT. We see it a little bit on SmackDown. We saw it with that Miz, Daniel Bryan, Ziggler stuff. That was great. Look at how they built Alexa Bliss versus how they built Bayley. Correction. Look at how they built Naomi and look at how they built Bayley. Naomi's going to be more over than Bayley soon, if she's not already. Just off her interest alone. And the girl can do shit in the ring. Not saying Bayley can't, but Naomi has been slept on for too long. And it's time for her to shine. I know I should have said glow, but I didn't want to be punny. So I think I'm going to cut it off here, because I think I've pretty much got my point across at this point. There needs to be more passion. Give Paul Heyman the pencil. Give that boy the pen. Give him creative reins. Let him do what he needs to do for at least a year. Get a whole new... You don't have to give Paul Heyman the whole creative team. Let Paul Heyman create his own creative team. You know what I'm saying? Just let him be the one in charge of creative. He doesn't have to like be the overseer or like the head guru, but he needs to like filter everything through. You know what I'm saying? Like he can just get a whole new staff, his Heyman staff, put him in creative, and then let all the ideas start running through him. It's all you need to do. He can still be an on-air character, yada yada yada, because all he's really doing is managing Brock Lesnar. Whew. So, yep. I'm gonna end it off here because I think I'm done now. Follow all the links in the description down below. If you want to leave your own thoughts and comments, please do so. I want to hear what everybody has to think about that. But there's no passion. I mean, I know a lot of people have figured that out, but it shows when you look at what, you know, you look at certain stuff and then you look at the current product. That's why it's so seldomly go back and look at old stuff, because it's like, I don't want to be tainted. Because if I go back and look at it, that nostalgia is going to be like, that nostalgia overload. And then you look at the current Raw, you're like, I can't watch this. So, like I said, leave your comments down below. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, always linked down there. You should do that with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. Liking always shows your support. With all that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here.